Mr. London, sir, in Govt.
Your Excellency. Your Excellency, I'm Professor John Obiang, Deputy Vice Chancellor of Crown Campus, University of Illinois. Your Excellency, my name is Dr. Obaseki, University of Liberia.
May I now invite the chairman of the visitation panel?
Your Excellency, we are here today, the Presidential Visitation Panel to the University of. We bring you greetings from the President. We bring you a message of peace and unity and progress, especially in our educational system. We have a very tedious task. Let me not shy away from it because we are going to cover 10 years of work. They hadn't done one since 2011 to 2015, and then we go 2016 to 2020. That's the job that the President has given us to do. We want to seize the opportunity to congratulate you for winning the election for your second tenure, and we do wish you a very, very successful second tenure. I would also like to seize the opportunity to thank you. I've been talking a bit with my sister here about how supportive you've been of her and of the university, that you have done all the intra-campus roads for her, and that you even attended to the erosion challenge they were having at Ekosodi community, which is one of the communities that provide off-campus buildings and the accommodation for the students. She also informed me that before the National Sports Festival, you renovated the accommodation of the students on campus. Let me also seize the opportunity and congratulate you for hosting a very successful National Sports Festival. You know, before it held, people thought it will not hold because of the environment we are in, the COVID-19 and everything. But you held it successfully, it was peaceful, and we didn't hear any story about anybody who came and tested positive for COVID-19. So I want to congratulate you for whatever facilities that you put in place to enable you to do that. We are here. The VC told me that all the things you were doing for her, when she asked, you are so nice. You said everybody that is in Edo State comes under your care. Then I reminded you that I'm also from Niger Delta. So we are here, and you know we are coming, you know that we are here, and we know that we are under your care, and you will take very good care of us. The VC is already doing that, and you will also know when we conclude and go away. Because I read that the last visitation panel, they gave them 3 months, but they gave us 60 days from the day of our inauguration, which was 13th of April. I don't know how we are going to do that. So we are supposed to round up on the 13th of June or 12th of June maybe, but we'll see what we do. We are getting a lot of support from the university authorities and think we are progressing at a steady pace, and we'll see what we can cover in the time that is available to us. Thank you very much. We are happy to be here, and we know that our mission here will be a successful one. Thank you, and God bless you.
Chairman of the visitation panel to the University of Benin with Amapepo back home to Benin. Also to formally welcome other members of the visitation panel and the VC and our senior management. Like you said, it is University of Benin. And so as far as we are concerned, we own the university. Because if you look at my team, I'm sure the university has produced more manpower for any other institution. So we have an interest and we have a stake. And so we don't see it as a federal university, or we see it as our own university. And so we'll always do everything we can to support the university. We have our own universities, and we're going through the same challenges. I received the report of the visitation panel into Ambrose Ali University. So I can imagine, the amount of work, what you will have to deal with. But I have no doubt. I mean, if your track record speaks for itself, if anyone can do it, a thorough job, it is you. You don't do things in a slipshod manner. You're a very, very thorough person. So we have no doubt that you will help look at the university in its totality, and the panel will hopefully come up with recommendations in the university and place it where it should be. I said we've just finished our own, I'm reviewing the reports of the visitation panel to our own university, one of our universities. And we, just reading that report, just like many other institutions globally, the global university system is at a crossroad. It's much more so in a country like Nigeria. First, the whole process and method of learning and imparting knowledge has changed, or is changing radically globally. And therefore, the way we think about university and the purpose of universities must also change. We are seeing the role of technology in education and the role of technology in transforming lives and also filling gaps. We cannot ignore that fact and continue to act and behave as if it's not relevant. It's a tradition, so we must keep to a tradition. Traditions are made by men and society. The other challenge I'm sure you will have to deal with is that of funding university education. Education is not cheap. University education is expensive. And this whole attitude, this whole notion through the decades that university education is a right that, government must provide and fund it fully, I believe it's something we should revisit, because realistically, I don't see how governments, either at the federal level or state level, with the dwindling resources we are facing with, can prioritize the kind of spend which the universities require. That is the truth. Universities, we must begin to understand the challenges of the universities within the context of some of these issues that we have to deal with today. The other issue that has come up is that of governance. Governance of our institutions generally, whether it is federal, state, local government, that sense of accountability. You experienced it while in service, and that sense of accountability, I'm sorry, has disappeared from most of our institutions, and unfortunately also in our universities. And corruption in some of our universities. I think it's important that, because this is one of the key premier universities in this country, and I'm sure what affects Uniben affects most of the, if not all the other universities. It will just depend on the degree. That, we only owe ourselves one thing in this country, to tell us, not be afraid or intimidated, because it can't get, I hope it doesn't get worse than this. So we must be able to say, look, this is it, but more importantly, not just to criticize, but to prefer ways and solutions and how we can get out of it. When your chairman was in UR, University of Ibadan, which they said I did not attend, by the way, the tradition, the notion of university education at that time cannot be the same as it is today. It has to be different, because the reality is different. In 1948, how many people were in Nigeria? In 1963, how many people were in Nigeria? By the time we got into UR in 1976, they were bringing extra chairs for us in the theaters, because those classrooms were designed for a much smaller population. So these are some of the issues I hope that you will have the courage, boldness to deal with, but more importantly, put in all, with the caliber of people that have been selected in this visitation panel. I have no doubts that you will do a great job, and whatever support we can give as a state government will, certainly going to offer that support, because we want to take a cue you are doing from the kind of analysis and insights that you will come up with, so that way we know how to also, tackle some of the issues we have with some of our universities, but also universities under our care as a state government. So on that note, I want to thank you and welcome you again to Edo State and to Government House. Thank you.
The government will wish to go. Yeah, we will.